slick and right. Mavericks cracking big, go wild all night. Rolling the streets, chugging high life. Juggalos forever, no room for strife. Mike and Maverick repping the crew. Laughing all day, got nothing to do. Mike's got the brains, Maverick's got the rage. Together they're legends, rocking the stage. Mike's the planner, playing it smart. Maverick's the wild one, breaking apart. Clown paint dripping, fade ghosts ripping. Juggalos rolling, never catch them slipping. Dinosaurs with dragons, the truth they deny. Mike's got the facts, Maverick's asking why. Breathing fire, roaring loud, a beastly fight. Juggalos expose it, bringing truth to light. Hey, Mike and Maverick repping the crew. Laughing all day, got nothing to do. Mike's got the brains, Maverick's got the rage. Together they're legends, rocking the stage. Talking crazy schemes, bathtub Ozempic. These boys keep it wild, always eccentric. Exploring cheese caves, gotta get that stack. Mike and Maverick, they'll always have your back.
Hey.
I feel a lot better.
Do you? Now that we're back for episode 9 of the Mike and Mav Show, your premier Juggalo infotainment program.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Brought to you by Pfizer and Rhino. Premium plus
Probably just Rhino. So you made a big deal about you debunked the boner pill, and now you're
once again I have to walk back what I said last week. On the
you're
show.
Now rebunking it.
I'm rebunking it.
Okay, so what happened?
So last time on Dragon Ball Z, I took that boner shot, the Infinity 10K.
Yeah.
And nothing. You didn't get no wiener wiggles, nothing. But after we ended the show and I stood up and took 2 steps, just wha-bam. Just decided to pop out like a genie in the fucking lamp, you know. I was bricked up so hard it hurt. I mean, I haven't felt that way since 8th grade, and they're asking me to come up to the chalkboard and answer a question. I've got gray sweatpants on, you know. That's what kind of bricked up I was. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, man, that's an old school boner.
That is a very old school boner. It hurt, dude. I felt my heartbeat in it.
That's fresh in my mind because I had one of those. I think it was last week, but it was rare.
Yeah,
you don't get those
celebrated. Yeah, I had those all week, dude. I
don't know. Is that a blessing or a curse?
It was kind of cool. I mean, I can only imagine living in a constant state of that your whole forever would suck.
Quite hellish.
Because I remember back when it was just quick draw McGraw, you know, bam.
Remember when you get those boners at random times?
Yeah, and you didn't know why, and you had to explain them because people could see them.
Or you had to do the waistband maneuver.
Or had to walk like a fucking duck.
I don't think I ever had anybody see it and be like, "Oh, boner."
Well, that sounds like a personal problem, but
okay, I see where you took that.
You walked into it.
You were like,
I set the trap, placed the bait, walked right into it.
I fell right into it, and you were like, "Haha, small penis." When what I really meant was I was very boner aware of not having this, but you were like small penis.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on. I have a small cock, everyone.
Yeah, so do I. I just like to talk shit like it's big.
Now, were you cranking it a lot, or were you saving it to bang?
Let's just say I wasn't wasting the opportunities given. I didn't get them because I was cranking it. I was cranking it because I was getting them.
So you were just whichever presented itself, you were about.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like a human spin the bottle of where am I gonna hide to do this?
So good verdict.
Good verdict, yes. Infinity 10K. Holy shit.
Are you gonna take it again? Is that a part of your regimen now?
Oh, do you know what? That's definitely gonna be part of my regimen in the future. But for tonight, I have the classic Rhino Premium Plus 69.
Same
And
brand, eh?
I feel better about this product because on the box or on the package, it says genuine product, 100% guaranteed product.
Why is it saying genuine? Like, what is a disingenuous boner product?
I'm thinking they're talking about knockoff rhinos.
Oh, so it's
But the way they phrased it is it's a 100% genuine product. So yeah, this product is genuine. Like,
This product is a
we
product.
guarantee you that this is a product.
Okay, so this is the pill one, right? That looked at.
Yeah, it looks like something out of Capsule Core.
Yeah, it does. It looks like the T virus is in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like you said, if you throw that on the ground, it's going to turn into a house.
Right.
So very high tech looking boner pill there. It looks like the medicine of the future. So, you break it?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to open it. Oh, it is okay. Okay, I thought it was a twist off. It just slides straight off the top.
Okay. So it's in some sort of canister. What's
Yeah,
in it?
that's the canister that I showed you.
Okay. So there's a pill in there?
Yes. Yeah, it's a little
Holy
capsule.
shit. Even the pill, it's like what color is that? That's like a blue, but
It's a deep purple.
Okay, all right.
See that says R Zone?
Yeah.
It's got those two little stripes. That's how you know it's real.
This is a high-tech looking boner pill.
It is.
It looks like it's made out of like adamantium or something.
I like this better give me superpowers like the last one did. But unlike the last one took an hour. This one's supposed to take 30 minutes.
So you should have a boner mid-recording.
So by the break, like while we're playing the break song, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do laps.
That's gonna be funny.
Table.
It's gonna be hilarious if you get a boner during the like this break song.
Oh, is it gonna be something gay?
Of course.
Oh, are you playing something from
Yeah.
Moon Island?
Yeah, I want to show off my new
bricked up regardless, so that
Yeah.
doesn't count. That's like
And I'll
that's
bring
like
up
double bricked, man. I'm building a house up in this bitch.
I'll bring up the whole
Ain't no fucking big bad wolf gonna blow my house down.
I'll bring up the whole album and I'll let you pick just based on song titles, because I don't know if you've listened to the whole thing of my gay yacht rock project. I want you to just pick a song.
All right, I just took the pill.
It's nothing but queer bangers. He took the boner pill. People are gonna think like, is this actually a gay podcast?
It might be. Two straight guys gay podcast.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
No, I just have that 90s Adam Sandler sense of humor where gay equal funny.
Yeah. Okay. So seeing that I'm testing all these boner pills, you need to start testing poppers.
You're setting something. You're trying to get something going, you piece of shit. I see what you were doing with
I'm trying to establish you as the bottom.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. No way. You give me one of those pills.
No, I can't. They're important to me.
The only way we could make that, make that to decide who was who. We'd have to have a Highlander type duel, but with our dicks, and see who was bigger, and it'd be even gayer.
No, we would just do jiu-jitsu till somebody ended up in the other.
What was that video? Did you see that one where it's like Brazilian jiu-jitsu is just about avoiding sodomy?
That is literally all it is. Yeah. As soon as I saw that video, I'm like,
what was it? Is if two men can, if one man can grab you, two men can rape you.
Yeah.
And if two men can rape you, a third guy can fuck your mouth. What the fuck was? And that was the point. The whole point of Brazilian jiu-jitsu was to avoid that.
Yeah, avoid letting somebody take your back.
I mean, look, if some dude, imagine if some dude was like, "Hey, do you want to learn martial arts?" I'd be like, "No, not really." He'd be like, "It'll keep you from getting butt raped by guys." I'd be like, "Tell me more."
Yeah, but the whole theory behind Brazilian jiu-jitsu is you prevent it by happening by actively doing it.
So you become the aggressor.
Yeah, it's like a lion and a tiger fighting each other. You know, it's like
So it's like you can't get butt raped by guys if you're butt raping guys.
Yeah, exactly. Their wiener can't reach your butt if yours isn't theirs.
What the shit? All right, so you took the pill.
I did.
It's already working, I can tell.
How can you tell? That's a pretty far distance.
No, I mean you got like instantly gayer. I think you got
You changed my freaking screen name, you douche.
Yes, I did. You finally noticed that?
Yeah, I just finally noticed that, you butthole.
And you can't even say what I changed it to.
No, I can't. It's what you are, though, for doing that.
I'll give everybody a hint.
It's the completion of the Tower of Power.
Yeah. South Park Wheel of Fortune. People who
is that why you named me that? It's because I have the Tower of Power?
No, South Park Wheel of Fortune. People that annoy you.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you have a live female? How come we didn't hear any like testimonials?
You want to come give a testimonial
About the effectiveness of Rhino's products? I mean, I'm sure the company would appreciate it.
What was it, like an hour and 15 minutes?
Good God. What are you doing in all that time?
You know, it was an hour and 15 minutes ish.
What is the ish?
Because we were watching a movie and we did it throughout the entire, from the beginning of the movie, from opening credits to close credits.
We had to figure it out. Yeah.
All right, so at that length, so it was probably a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your typical comedy runtime. So you banged a comedic film's worth of runtime.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What was it? Beth Gator?
No.
That sounds like a fucking hassle, to be honest with you. Like
with cartoons.
My fucking calves would probably.
What was it?
Teen Titans.
Oh, the Teen Titans movie. Yeah, it was the Teen Titans movie. Which one is it?
You were bricked up banging an hour and 15 minutes to the Teen Titans movie. What's going on over there?
The background noise.
Oh,
because the screams.
Because you don't want to hear your own sounds.
My screams. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
My screams.
He was whimpering like a little girl.
I was crying a little bit.
Oh, man, that's just too long. My calves would be cramping by that time. Okay, so Rhino.
Oh, well, I'm checking this to see the runtime of this movie. It was Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. 1 hour, 17 minutes. So, yeah.
Oh, there was the ish.
There was the ish, yeah.
Okay. I like how almost spot on it was. Like you were really time conscientious to get it within you got it within a 2-minute span. So it's like somebody was paying attention.
Well, I think it was exactly spot on because it was from opening credits to close credits. You know, there was about 2 minutes worth of close credits.
Yeah. Now it couldn't have been like just an hour and 15 minutes of jackhammer. It had to be like some tantric, like the Zoolander orgy scene stuff.
No, it was crazy, violence, and very, very extraneous. That's why I was crying.
I was picturing more like that. You've heard of that Mormon thing called soaking?
Oh, yeah, the soaking and shaking the bed.
I think you were probably doing that for an hour and 15.
No. It was wild.
Oh, you shake the bed because then it doesn't count, right?
No, somebody else has to shake the bed for you.
And then it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Wow. What if they...
Like if you stick it in and don't move it, that doesn't count. And if the bed just happens to be moving and causes that, it still doesn't count.
Ah, dude, ingenious.
Yeah, Mormons got it going on, man.
I'm gonna try that.
They're like the Indians of America.
I'm gonna try that with my wife. When you come down, you're gonna shake the bed, all right?
All right.
Okay.
I'll make sure. I'll make sure to maintain a crisp 300 pounds so I can get a good shake on.
Let's move on. This podcast, this is 15 minutes, has been too sexually charged. People aren't going to know what to think of us.
Oh man.
You either tuned in for this or really didn't tune in for it. Either way, it's what you got. How were the numbers on the last one? I didn't even check.
I don't know. Did we get any emails?
I didn't check that either. Did anyone care if I fucking spurged about D&D? 15.
But I did check up on it, and I was right about the cleric.
What was the thing with the cleric again?
You were saying that I was confusing it with paladin. I'm like, no, cleric is its own thing, and it could also wear clerics could also wear plate armor.
I didn't think that clerics weren't its own class. I was just arguing about the viability of a cleric tank.
No, clerics could act as a tank by tanking all the damage.
Yeah.
And paladins act more as a DPS tank.
Yeah.
Clerics are defense tanks, healers. Paladins are DPS tanks, also kind of healers.
Oh.
And okay, the simplest way to put it is a paladin is doing everything they can to appease a deity by staying true to their oath, while a cleric is chosen by a deity. Like a paladin serves a deity to gain power.
Clerics are chosen.
Clerics are given power because they are chosen.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, same vein, but I finally started developing another fantasy or another setting because I've been resting on my laurels of fusion for too long.
Okay, so what do you look at
that? Fantasy.
Fantasy. So you're just gonna stick with D&D, or are you gonna come up with a new system?
System wise, I'm not sure what rule set I want to use. I might use. I might use the 5e Dark Sun rules.
Okay.
Or I might.
Or you use D&D classic rules and just go by the law of Gary Gygax. Is if you follow the rules, you're a chump.
Well, I already do that. Rules are only if I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah, Gary Gygax would have loved the fuck out of you. Would have loved the fuck out of us.
I thought about looking into Pathfinder.
Pathfinder's all right. They got gin and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is not quite a genie, but more like the traditional sense of a djinn. Like it's like it could be either like an angel or a demon kind of thing, but they exist on their own and they can be good or bad.
Yeah. I would tell you about it, but I don't want like some random fuck to steal my stuff.
Yeah.
I can't trust these people. They're animals.
You're not going to ever produce it on your own anyway.
I know, because I procrastinate.
If somebody stole your stuff, that would be the best case scenario for us.
Because then I could sue.
Because they would steal our idea, do all the hard work of putting it together and making it a purchasable thing, and then you just have to buy their shit, and then you get like have a structured game right there.
Yeah, I would just sue them.
Yeah, and then you'd still have the structured game.
I have enough.
Do all the hard work, then you get all the money for it.
See, I'd have enough.
Also have the game.
I have enough edited or evidence just from our recorded gibberish to prove that, like, yeah, this guy created that like 10 years ago. You stole his stuff. And then I would just take whatever cool thing they made and say I made it. And then that would be the thing. Technically not a lie, but kind of a lie.
I like how we've been playing D&D for fucking like more than 10 years, and we still think we're going to be playing D&D like 10 years from now.
Why would I stop playing D&D?
Yeah, right. I'm like, this is like an accepted fact.
Yeah, it's like to think that like that I'm not gonna play D&D in 10 years is really gay.
Yeah.
Like I can't say, like I said, why I can't picture that. Like us not playing D&D is weird as shit.
Yeah.
Like I actually didn't play D&D for a couple years, and it was really strange.
D&D is the one thing that keeps us from actually going gay.
Yeah, that's it. We can just tell people, well, we can just pretend that we were role playing, so we don't really have to put a lot, like psychological energy into it. We don't discover bad things.
We do a lot of gay things in D&D.
You do.
Not just me.
Who else?
Wait, no, okay, I take that back. I did pimp out Tyron too.
Yeah. Remember the rusty trombone?
That wasn't D&D, that was Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but we were still role playing.
Yeah. The rusty trombone to the pink Twi'lek.
With the freshly waxed Leku.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you like my Leku? That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't had a good Lekuing until you've had a good waxed Lekuing.
A Lekuing. Yeah, but nah, this one's how do I do it? It's hard to describe. I'm going for a grimdark. Low magic setting.
Okay.
Magic
so
system.
you want a lot of rogue fighter, like barbarian stuff.
Yeah. What else? Magic system is tied to what time of the day it is.
Okay, cool. So like solar based or like cosmic positioning based kind of thing.
Both. So during the day there are the Heliarchs, which Helios is sun and Arch is Archon, meaning ruler.
Okay, so like a warlock would be debuffed during the day.
Well, so technically there's no warlock. I mean, when you think of it as like making pacts with a demon.
Yeah.
So you have there's the dudes who rule during the day are solar based.
Okay.
And they're more paladin style, like Sol Invictus, the Invincible Sun, that kind of vibe.
All right.
And then at the night you have the lunar guy. They're more wizardly, more cosmic.
Yeah, okay, so you got more druidish shit during the day, paladin shit during the day. Then you got more
arcane, cosmic, lunar shit during the night.
Yeah.
But during both sides, like the other one is incredibly weakened during the day or the night, so that it maintains this weird balance. Except for a period they called the Dusk Wars.
The Dusk Wars. Is that kind of like the Battle of Sunwell?
Kind of. Because in Dawn and Dusk, they both have powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more to it, but I don't want to spurg out too hard in it, but that's the shit I'm working on.
Sounds like a very like Dracula campaign.
Yeah. And then you have the Dreadrites. Those are like the necromancer type dudes.
What are you calling this thing?
I know that I've called the world Arcos.
But I mean the system. What are you calling the system, the game?
I don't know yet.
Dawnbreaker.
That's already a thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, that's a sweet name, but that's already a thing. It's taken.
Damn.
So if I hear any fucking like stupid modules come out on Drive-Thru RPG with their cool sun into the fucking based magic, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna fucking know, and I'm gonna engage in lawfare.
Yeah.
Not really.
We're gonna reach out to our deeply Jewish relatives. They gotta exist somewhere.
We do know a gay.
All 23 and me, a Jewish relative.
Yeah, you'll find one. That's all I got about that. I don't want to keep going on. I'll send you my my synopsis though,
Alrighty.
because I wrote a thing like it's like the back of a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll send you that and see what you think of this thing I'm doing. I don't know. Fusion went over well.
Yeah, Fusion's complete, dude. All you have to do is come up, just decide on what dice you want to use. That's the only thing that's holding you back.
That's what I can never decide though, because I can never find a system that allows, because I want freedom, like Fate offers, the ultimate rule of cool theatrical experience,
Yeah.
but it lacks rule sets for complex actions that I want.
You know what? Screw the dice. One of those spin boards. like the wheels.
How would that even work?
Just have a bunch of like outcomes: success, failure, partial success.
Did I ever show you
Unintended
that?
outcome.
Did I ever show you this?
What is it? Oh, this is a Blade Runner freaking RPG. Nice.
Yeah. I need to actually, I just got it because you know why I got it,
Yeah.
but I haven't really busted into it. I need to look at the rule set that's used and see.
You open it up and find out it's literally just Fusion.
Oh, that would piss me off so bad. I just open it and find out it's just Fate.
Yeah, they're like Frank Malone.
Yeah,
Red.
he's one of the fucking generated characters.
Yeah.
Andrew
Saturday
Garvey.
Stevens.
Yeah, fucking Trike Man.
Oh, dude, we would go to war.
Yeah,
I don't mean like legal war. Like we would like go buy motorcycles, become the nukers, and like
yeah, and go fucking
raid the company,
go raid their company. Yeah,
run through like on Postal.
I was checking Reddit D&D, which is a horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You
had
can't
a
go to
time.
any Reddit without being like, okay, I'm gonna look at a Reddit for this subject, and then you go in there and it's just homosexuals. I'm gonna scroll and see at least one post about how whatever I like should be gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Reddit,
All characters should be able to be furries.
Yeah, you're gonna see a post like that, and here's my essay on why. Didn't you recently go back to Reddit, even though you said you weren't gonna?
Yeah, I did today, just because you've been mentioning it. I think in the last 2 episodes, or like you mentioned it at least twice during the show about me being on Reddit. And I'm like, all right, he's wanting me to go back. He's just too afraid to ask.
No, it's good. It's good, bitch. I know you're still there.
No, I went back today, and it was a dark time. What made me decide to go back today was I was just looking for content and just typing in random things that popped in my head. I'm like, conspiracy theories that turned out to be true, because I got sick of looking at like wild history and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, oh, a Reddit post. I haven't been there in a while, and I found a Reddit thread. The post question was, were there any conspiracy theories that later turned out to be true?
Yeah, there's a fuck ton. Almost all of them.
And there's only the headline question. So these are just a series of comments coming in and talking about things that have been proven. Of course, you got the MK Ultra, you know.
True.
This one caught my attention because you know me and animals.
Mm-hmm.
People thought the platypus was a hoax. The first platypus sent to England was checked for crypto taxidermy.
They thought that shit was fake.
They thought it was fake, yeah.
It is God's cruel joke.
It is. And
Like
then
that one I kinda
back
get.
in the 80s, there was a big conspiracy surrounding Ronald Reagan's health, and I'm like, okay, I
That's
heard of that
boring.
one. Yeah, boring.
Boomer conspiracy.
It's like he took a fucking bullet, dude. Of course his health is bad. Um,
I mean, him getting shot is also a conspiracy.
and I'm getting a lot of like actual like Reddit tier conspiracies. Apple proposedly, oh my god, I'm reading this exactly how it's written. Apple proposedly making older models slower.
That's not even a. Wow.
Yeah, I know they're trying to spell purposely,
Yeah.
but it's proposedly.
That's not a conspiracy. They just do that.
Yeah,
People have been talking about that for years. As soon as like a couple generations come out, all of a sudden your phone immediately works like shit, total dog shit.
yeah.
And then if you take it into the place, they're like, "Oh, well, you just gotta upgrade. You
Yeah,
just can't handle all those updates. You're just gonna need a new one. You need the new iPhone Come Max 10. You just shove it right up your asshole."
I don't have a source on it because I just read it and like, and then just moved on with my life. But
Yeah,
I recently read that the iPhone only costs $11 to make.
I believe that because they're all fucking made in, I don't know if
It's
it's
all
China,
slave labor and
Bangladesh,
servitude.
Indonesia. They're all made in fucking third world factories by 6-year-olds. So how expensive can that be?
Yeah. There's a mysterious island where celebrities and politicians went to diddle kids. Wild how that came out, and we're still defending politicians and standing celebrities. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that was a conspiracy theory for a long time, and it turned out to be true. And everybody's like, that wasn't a conspiracy theory; it was just true. It's like,
or there are actually still people that say it's a conspiracy theory.
are you serious?
Yeah, there are still a lot of people that say that.
Even though Grizzly and Maxwell got tried and convicted,
Yeah,
that's
'cause it
ridiculous.
ties into the Pizzagate stuff, and there are still people that say that Pizzagate was fake. There are still people that say that the whole Epstein thing is fake. They're still there. I mean, they're total shit-lib dorks, but they're still there.
Wait a second, I just found one. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Which one?
General Motors streetcar conspiracy. General Motors was actually convicted and fined the sum of $1.
For what?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's a very odd thing. Why would they do that? Oh, I see Roach is playing Baldur's Gate 3. Do you find anything? It's just dead air right now.
Yeah. General Motors streetcar conspiracy.
That's what he's Googling.
No, that's what popped up. I just searched General Motors streetcar, $1 fine, and this popped up. In 1949, Firestone Tire Oil Standard Oil of California, Phillips Petroleum, GM, and Mack Trucks were convicted of conspiring to monopolize the sale of buses and related products to local transit companies controlled by the NCL. They were acquitted of conspiring monopolized ownership of these companies. The verdicts were upheld on an appeal. GM was fined $5,000, equivalent to $59,000 in 2023. A GM or General Motors treasurer H.C. Grossman was fined $1. Okay.
Okay.
When I saw the word streetcar, I was automatically thinking like road legal race car, you know. And that was a lot more boring than I thought it was. I'm sorry.
Sorry, listeners. All right.
Oh, here's another good one. The government is tracking every single move you make, and Edward Snowden called it out. That was a good one too, because now it's just so commonly accepted that you sometimes forget that that was actually a conspiracy theory
Yeah.
before that, because
Yeah.
it's such just accepted knowledge now that the government just listens to everything you say and everything you do, and whatever, like standing
And-
too close to your cell phone and
Yeah. Everything's
other shit.
tracking you at all times. Yeah. That was kind of,
That was a really, really big conspiracy theory before Snowden. And everybody's like, whoa, blah, blah, that's not true. And that was a huge, huge one that was really, really prominent in like 2006 well, before that, but like whenever I first started getting into conspiracy theories, like really, really bad. I mean, like while I was getting ate up over them.
yeah.
And everybody around me, I remember distinctly like everybody around me going, no, that's not true. They don't have the technology for that. Do you have any idea how expensive that would be? They don't have enough people in the world to monitor all the people in the world. And
It's not
this and
expensive at
that.
all.
Yeah, it turns out it's not expensive. They have computer programs that could do it for them and look for key phrases and stuff and then flag you
Even
to CIA, FBI, three-lettered agencies,
80% of the time, they're not even doing it themselves. They don't even have to have the infrastructure. They got all the largest major corporations on board.
Yeah.
They do it for the government and share, because it's a two-sided deal. They'll give the government any of your data they want, but then they also get to harvest your data to sell you things and spy on you and try and take your money.
Yeah.
So they're just shaking hands over it. They're both just fucking bricking on your data all day long, passing it around like a cheap whore.
Yep. So that was one that kind of really irritated me because that was my single most biggest I told you so, and nobody gave a shit. But before that, they were fighting me tooth and nail, like telling me I was wrong, that I needed to go see a therapist, and like I needed to seek guidance and help, and blah blah, and I needed to take time away from the internet, and I needed to take time away from conspiracy theories, and like maybe just go out, go camping for a few months, and
You were you were told back in the day to touch grass.
to touch grass, that I'm crazy, that I'm delusional, I'm like schizophrenic, and this and that. Turns out to be true. I go back to rub it in all their faces. They're like, yeah, well, yeah, duh, it makes sense.
So
I'm like, you guys were the biggest idiots telling me that it wasn't happening, telling me that I was crazy. If somebody would have if like everybody who acted like that afterwards, before that was like, yeah, dude, it's a real problem. I'm like, cool, I could have a conversation about this and get over it. No,
they don't even give you that. They give you no dignity in that.
Yeah, they treated me like I was some sort of like lunatic.
And then when it turned out you were right, they were just like, yeah, so what? You're right. Whatever, guy. You want a medal?
You sound like Mel Gibson in that movie Conspiracy Theory. Like it sounds to me like you just watched that movie too many times. And I didn't even know that movie existed.
Well, you want to know how you rebut that is if they tell you sound like Mel Gibson in Conspiracy Theory, you just tell them, remember in the end he was right about everything. That's the point of the movie Conspiracy Theory, is that it was never a conspiracy and he was right the whole time.
Well, it was a conspiracy, but it was a true conspiracy.
Well, yeah, it was.
That's what I hate about the word conspiracy, is like it's synonymous with the word false, fake, or misguided.
Well, that's intentional. The term conspiracy theory was created and coined by the CIA to discredit movements that were counter-narrative.
Yeah.
So even the term conspiracy theory is a bit of psyoping that they've done.
But like when you look at the actual definition of the word conspiracy theory, yes, they were conspiring against us.
Yes, and we had a theory of their conspiring, and it turns out that we were right.
Yeah.
But
that's back when it was just a conspiracy. It always was a conspiracy theory. It always was a conspiracy. It still is a conspiracy.
Well,
it's just now it's public.
Well, I would reckon that a lot of folks don't actually know what the actual definition of the word conspiracy is.
Yeah.
They think that it, like you said, they think that it's like a synonym of falsehood or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
when I mean the word, and see that's the clever trick when they create these terms to discredit stuff, is they always tuck that little kernel of truth, because the dictionary definition of conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy.
And that's why I hate Bigfoot. I hate Bigfoot, dude.
I mean, I hate Bigfoot too, but why do you hate Bigfoot? You're
Because
wearing a Bigfoot shirt right now, you piece of shit.
I know. Believe in yourself. But this is my I told you so shirt.
Okay, so why do you hate Bigfoot?
Because whenever I was spouting out about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and like, oh, he's a Bigfoot hunter.
Oh, you got dismissed with Bigfoot.
Yeah. I got dismissed with Bigfoot, so I now wear this as a sign of like, bitch, he's probably real.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna go looking for him, but I believe he exists now because I was already right about one thing.
You were wrong about the data, so you're probably wrong about Bigfoot.
Yeah, douchebags.
I hate Bigfoot for a completely separate reason.
Because the douchebags that follow him?
No, I hate Bigfoot because he's lame. And I don't care if he's even real. Like, what do I care if there's some fucking weird style of ape that is rarely seen? And then you get into those weird fucking Bigfoot guys that's like, yeah, he is a monkey guy, but he also has interdimensional powers to affect cameras and not be observed. It's like, dude, you're so fucking
You're
lame.
reaching so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
You're asking about straws.
Like,
and okay, like, and the thing is, with Bigfoot, like you have these communities that are obsessed with his existence.
mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I think we should just say that Bigfoot's real.
Mm-hmm.
The government should just come out and say, yeah, Bigfoot's real. He's protected. And do you know what? He actually is protected. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he's protected, but if you find one, you can't kill it.
So if I shoot Bigfoot, I'm going to jail.
Yes.
What if Bigfoot is actually? What if like it's a missing 411 shit, and it turns out that it's Bigfoots that are abducting people and taking them into the tunnels, and I kill Bigfoot? Am I still going to jail even though he's trying to abduct me into his tunnels?
Wasn't that the episode of Scooby-Doo where Bigfoot or like the aliens wore like fursuits to like survive our cold environment?
I mean, it sure sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I think it was one of the movies. I can't remember.
But I'm just saying, like, what if I'm being attacked by a crazed Bigfoot and my Brazilian jiu-jitsu fails me and he's trying to get at me and then I got to shoot him? I'm going to jail?
Comes running at you full like
he took
Infinity
some
10K hard.
Yeah, he took some rhino product and he's coming for me to go down into the tunnels.
There are so many entendres in that sentence.
I know. And so I shoot the guy because I know what's going to happen. And then what? I'm going to jail because he's protected?
I think if it's in self-defense, you're good.
How do I
actively hunting him?
How do you prove that I killed Bigfoot in self-defense?
I think it would be all you would have to do is prove that you weren't actively hunting him.
Nobody's going to believe that the guy that found Bigfoot and killed him was not hunting Bigfoot to kill him. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
like
you would be a martyr. You'd be a martyr.
I'm cooked in that.
But see, like, here's the thing. I know kangaroos exist. I know they're out there.
Yeah,
I've never seen one with my own eyes.
No,
so in my humble opinion, Bigfoot is on the same tier as kangaroos with me.
So nothing mythical.
Nothing mythical.
Like just some guy you haven't seen.
It's just some animal I haven't seen yet, and I don't care.
And then they go on about how clearly, like, a lot of these guys try and paint Bigfoot as like this hyper intelligent like being, but then you also have the report. See, this is the ones that gets me. It's like, okay, so you're presenting this narrative that Bigfoot is some super intelligent interdimensional traveler, but
that can teleport.
That can teleport. and fuck with cameras, and he can detect frequencies, so he knows when you're setting shit up. But then there's also all these reports about how whenever Bigfoot is spotted, it fucking stinks like shit so bad.
Yeah, the skunk ape.
Yeah. So the interdimensional time traveler also smells like an open butthole. Is that the theory?
I haven't really considered this, but who's okay?
This is the ground.
Aliens. Who says they smell good?
Actually, nobody. In fact, most alien abductees, if they talk about a smell, claim that the gray aliens stink really bad. That's a common. That's a common trope with the grays, is that they stink.
I'm gonna stick with the
Um,
alien thing. Or wait, was it Ben 10? No, it wasn't Ben 10. It was something. It was some cartoon, some children's cartoon that said that Bigfoot was an alien that wore a fursuit to survive our atmosphere. But I'm
I like it.
doubling down on that one. Bigfoot's an alien.
I like it.
And okay, I was thinking about it, and your interdimensional demons are technically alien.
Yes, they are.
Speaking of definitions of words.
That's also that's the Alex Jones alien theory, is that aliens are actually interdimensional demons.
Yeah, but like it's not like one or the other. Like they're not from this exact place, so technically they're alien.
And they're also demons, because I also believe that.
And I highly doubt they're getting the required paperwork before they come into our shit.
No.
So they are illegal aliens.
That's right. Trump, get those deportations ready. Start with Alpha Draconis. The Draconians need to go first.
Yep. The lizard people.
Yeah, get them out of here. But yeah, so I have trouble believing
Do you know what the hell is grays too?
Well, grays are the servant. Who are they again? So there's a lot of theories that the grays.
There's two types of grays. There's the aggressive ones, and then there's the sciencey ones.
So the large grays are the malevolent, aggressive ones. They're also considered to be the smart, like they're the actual grays. The small grays are supposed to be like the more science driven. They're almost like bioengineered. Like they're not true grays, like they're like drones, product of experiments, and they're only out to do certain missions.
Still equally as terrifying, on the same level that chimps and orangutans are equally terrifying, even though their motives are different.
Yes.
Chimpanzees will maul your face, bite off your fingers, and make sure that you can't breathe by ripping off your genitalia. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Orangutans will take you apart just because they're curious about how you work.
Yeah, and they're doing the whole time, and they're like, look,
like they pull out like your liver, and they're like squeezing it.
Yeah.
Tasting it and seeing what it tastes like.
Doing experiments.
Yeah.
So yeah, the large grays are the ones that are in all the stories are like super malevolent and terrifying. And those were the ones that supposedly attacked Phil Schneider in the Dulce labs and killed those Green Berets.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was deep lore, dude.
Yeah, that was the large grays, because they're very evil. And they're
very strong.
If you follow the large gray theory, that's probably the ones that are interacting with us and have infiltrated and affect our government.
Yeah, probably. I would go ahead and say that's probably what's going on.
But then you also have the Venusians, which were human looking, except Valiant Thor.
Yeah.
There was apparently a Venusian guy in the 60s, an alien that came to meet with our government named Valiant Thor. You heard of that one?
Yeah.
Gave us all kinds of warnings about our weapons, our future, what we were doing to the planet, how Venus used to be like our world. And then there's a couple supposed pictures of Valiant Thor. How did we get on about
We were talking about conspiracies.
I was like, how the hell did I just begin talking about Valiant Thor?
Yeah, it tracks. But like the Pleiadians, dude, those ones are the ones that piss me off
Why?
because they're benevolent or whatever. What's the word?
Benevolent.
Benevolent. Thank you.
Yeah, the Pleiadians, those are the fucking uh Federation of Light guys.
Yeah. Those guys, they want the best for us. Where are they? They helping us out?
Yeah,
They'll
supposedly.
give us some cryptic message through some like internet chatter. They'll like we have to decode them through gray noise or through white noise. They talk to us through dreams and shit. Like, yeah, but they're not actually doing anything to help. You don't see them infiltrating our government and going causing a political war.
I just found a book called Palladians on Autism.
Do you know what? I think autists might be Palladians.
Let's
You ever
read
see that
it.
movie Dreamcatcher?
Yeah, I have. That guy wasn't he an autist that was a Palladian?
Basically, yeah.
Dud it.
Watch out for Mr. Gray. The bad guy was a large gray. Had
Palladian.
those little skunk ferrets or those little fucking eel ferrets.
Let's see this. Palladians on Autism by Sigil Alexandra Porat. Palladian on Autism brings to light channeled information from the Palladian point of view. How did they get the Palladian point of view? That reveals new knowledge about autism. It provides unusual and remarkable information about who the autistics are and their significant roles on planet Earth. So, Roach is a Palladian, by the way.
I would doubt that he's too malevolent.
Dark gray Roach.
Dark gray roach, yeah. No, Alpha Draconian roach.
Yeah.
He's
This
Alpha
book
Draconian.
This book is intended to support brave parents who dare to open up their hearts and minds to new concepts. Only your heart can tell if this information is for you. The center of this book is a unique connection between the parent and the autistic child and the soul agreements that have been made between them. The goal of this book is to expand the view and understanding of the autistic essence. Ultimately, Palladians on Autism is relevant to anyone. Where is it? This doesn't make me think about anything about Palladians. This just sounds like some like help. My kid has autism and he's an asshole.
Does Pleiadians have a different alternate definition?
Not that I'm aware of.
But anyway, speaking of Dreamcatcher,
Oh, here it is. Here it is. When I reached the moment in the book where Alexandra describes crystalline structures, I was spontaneously connected to my own crystalline structure. This is a feeling of great relief. What does that have to do with autism and Palladians?
that doesn't have anything to do with Pleiadians.
No, this book sounds like crap.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Speaking of Dreamcatcher, that is one of two Stephen King stories that I think is better in movie form.
I never read the book.
Do yourself. I would love to tell you. I would love to tell you to get the book on Audible and listen to it, just so you can know what I'm talking about. But do yourself a favor and don't. It sucks.
Here's the thing. I've seen Dreamcatcher, the movie.
Yeah, the movie makes a lot more sense.
I didn't like the movie.
You would like the book even less because the book keeps going back and forth of like what's real and what's not, and it turns out that it's all a dream the redheaded guy had because he was like he went hypoglycemic and just kind of like wandered around town coming up with a story in his head.
That sucks.
None of the events ever happened.
That's even worse.
Also, like he was never actually infected with the gray. You remember how the redheaded guy went through town and he was possessed by the gray, and killed a bunch of people and like used mind powers to make people bash their heads into the wall. Yeah, it turns out he was never actually infected by one.
He was just schizo.
He was just low blood sugar. And but aliens really did come, and it wasn't actually aliens. It was just a fungal virus that gave people hallucinations.
This sounds horrible, dude.
It was ridiculously bad. That's my number one. The movie was better than the book with Stephen King. My other one is Cujo.
Okay, I vaguely remember Cujo. We have different Stephen King.
Way better.
So we have very different Stephen King taste.
Oh, no. I do like a lot of Stephen King stuff. The Stand.
Oh yeah, The Stand is the best.
Dark Tower was awesome.
Shawshank Redemption is a Stephen King.
Redemption was fucking amazing.
I think Green Miles is Stephen King, isn't it?
Yeah, that was all right. I wasn't that. I read it. It wasn't horrible. I liked it.
My big one would be The Stand. That's one of my favorite
things. The Stand is awesome. That one was amazing.
Do you listen to the audiobook?
Yes.
The audiobook is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
My
life for you.
Yeah, it's fucking Trash Man.
Dude, I want to be
Trash Can Man.
I want to be
Trash Can Man. Hey, let's take a break. I'm thirsty as hell.
All right, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk around, try to get my phone and see where this goes.
Hold up! Don't get up yet. All right, so you see the screen?
Oh yeah, you want me to choose one?
All right, so track number 1, Gay Man Island. Track number 2, Doc Daddy Harbor. 3, Cummer's Cove. 4, Bottom Bay. 5, Swallow Point. 6, Unbuckling Orion. 7, Moonlight in My Lagoon. 8, On the Rocks, and 9, Paradise Pier. Which one sounds the most interesting to you?
I'm tempted to say Unbuckling Orion because I had a hand in naming that one.
Yeah.
But I already listened to that one like 4 times. So let's do Swallow Point.
Swallow Point, an interesting pick. All right, so we're gonna jam Swallow Point off Gay Man Island as the. It sounds like old Detroit out there, fucking RoboCop shit. Do you hear that?
God, dude. What's going on, man?
What is it? The whole fucking force is out there?
Is Simon Phoenix on the loose?
I know. Simon Phoenix. No, that sounds like when fucking John Spartan blew up the building, dude.
Right?
Dude. All right, come on. Enough. We get it. You're emergency guys, and you got the sirens, and big things are going on. Okay, thank you.
All right, Michael, take me to Swallow Point.
All right, we're going to go to Swallow Point and forget about all that, and we'll be right back.
Down by Swallow Point, where the waves come fast, every secret spilled, and the nights don't last. Ocean spray hits harder than wine. You lose yourself, but it feels so fine. Swallow Point, where the tide runs deep. Open wide and take a drink, let your secrets seep. Foam on the waves, heat in the air. At Swallow Point, you'll leave it all bare. The dock boys grin as you stumble ashore, but the pull of the point has you begging for more. Every glance is sharp, every touch a sin, and you'll feel the burn long after you begin. Swallow Point, where the tide runs deep. Open wide and take a drink, let your secrets seep. Foam on the waves, heat in the air. At at Swallow Point, where the pleasure won't end. Swallow Point, where the tide runs deep. Open wide and take a drink, let your secrets seep. Foam on the waves, heat in the air. At Swallow Point, you'll leave it all bare. Swallow Point, where the bold hearts play, and every breath feels swept away. Feels swept away. It feels swept away. Feels swept away.
That was a good choice, man.
It was.
I
started thinking during that song.
almost wanted to play more.
I started thinking about during that song. I feel bad for gay people and lesbians
Why?
because their whole genre was like hijacked from them. Just
What?
like the Democrat Party was hijacked.
What genre got hijacked from them?
Okay, think about like gay dudes the way they used to be
Okay.
versus what it means to be gay now.
Yeah, okay, I guess I get. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, I'm not going as far. I see your point. I don't feel bad, but I see your point.
Well, I guess I'm trying to say I miss those kind of gay guys and those kinds of lesbians, you know?
You mean the ones that were just like content with being gay and not like shoving a purple dildo in your face and calling you a bigot? If
Yeah,
if you didn't like it in your face.
they were perfectly happy just living their lives under their common law marriages and shit.
Yeah, and they were just gonna go to LA and be hairstylists for movie stars.
Yeah, now like they have to be activists in New York and shit.
Yeah.
They have to march on Washington and like paint their hair blue and shit.
And ruin your
Like,
parade.
yeah, and that really pisses me off now because like blue hair used to be a very, very juggalo thing, a very punk rock thing.
Yeah, the crazy hair was
Yeah,
co-opted as well.
that was hijacked as well. Just like the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party used to be cool back when Joe Biden first started his career.
They
Talking
were
about racial jungles and stuff, you know?
Yeah, super predators.
Super I can't lie. I used to be a Democrat back when being a Democrat was still cool, but like now it's like you have to be gay. And I mean, like, not even good gay. Like, you have to be like those weird, like, activist gays that probably aren't even really gay. They're just doing it. They're just doing it because they have mental health issues.
Yeah, so they're just like cramming shit up their butt and screaming at you.
They don't like it, so they're just angry all the time. they're straight men, like putting things in their booties and being mad about it.
Do you have anything else?
I did it.
Because we went over there. We went over we were way past our break, and I was thirsty as hell.
Yeah. I did actually log in to Reddit to look at my news feed and I forgot how geared towards degeneracy I had designed my algorithm to be.
Oh, yeah,
because that's all I was looking for on the last show was just like the most outrageous, degenerate things.
yeah. Oh, did
And
something catch your eye?
a few things, yeah, like oh, Reddit lies, maybe nostalgic. My male, me, 27 male, and my wife, female, 27, said she thinks it would be hot to imagine me and another woman, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, that sounds like a good deal for him.
Yeah, but it also sounds like a Reddit lie.
Well, I mean, yeah, as we figured out, so most of the things you read on Reddit are lies.
Yeah,
So
100.
that's when we just coined the term Reddit lie. Well, we didn't coin it. There's actually a whole subreddit called Reddit Lies, isn't there?
Yeah.
How does Reddit Lies?
My friend showed me his ass cheeks and it turned me on.
That dude's just gay.
I always play Fortnite with my friends, but there's this one friend who I am close with, and we always act kind of gay with each other. Sounds familiar. Like saying gay jokes. And Michael, did you write this?
Yeah, that's me. How'd you find my account, you piece of shit? Don't read the rest, bro. I don't want you to see it. Don't read it.
His name is Maverick, and I can't stop thinking about his butt.
He's taking boner pills on our podcast, and it's really getting me turned on. How can I
I said boner check like 20 times on the last episode.
Yeah, not because it was funny, but because I really wanted to know.
Like saying gay jokes and things of that sort, but I think that he takes it too far by actually moaning and saying that he wants me to fuck him.
You bitch, you weren't supposed to read the rest of my post. I wrote that.
Dude, these are two gay guys that are just like ready to like they're going to eventually.
Yeah, they're ready
to move on because they're playing Fortnite, so they're probably underage.
Yeah, they're ready to bone. Doing gay shit. Imagine you're doing that you're like with your homies, like we're playing a game and like I call you gay or something, and then you just start moaning and being like "fuck my ass." Like that's not even funny. Like those guys are just Like where's the humor in that? That's not
they're both just testing the waters.
Yeah, like that's not a joke.
Because dude starts off by saying he showed him his butt cheeks and it turned him on.
Oh, that was the same post?
Yeah.
God damn it. Those are just two. They're just gonna figure out that they're two gay guys.
Yeah, they probably have like a really conservative dad, and like they're like in some Utah community or something.
And like you said, it's sketch because they're probably underage, but they're probably about to figure out that they're gay.
Yeah, so I'm moving on.
The fuck did Corey send us? MIT scientists created a Down syndrome AI by feeding it retarded content from one of the Gathering of the Juggalos groups on Facebook. Shut up, bitch.
Hey, did you watch Off Ramp?
Nah, dude.
Watch it. It is really good. It had me tearing up, dude.
Why do I want to watch tearing up things?
No, I mean it meant like it was happy tears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was happy tears. It was like, oh, they did it. Da, da. And like the last part, the last scene of the fucking movie had me and Haley like rolling on the fucking floor literally. It was like hilariously fucking awesome. And just so you know, we're going to do that to your baby.
Great.
You don't know what it is until you watch a movie.
Here's because since it still baffles me, right? How this dynamic functions, okay?
Yeah, you keep asking, and I'm gonna keep giving you weird answers.
I don't understand. Okay, no, this is not even a weird one. So, like, do they know each other?
Yeah, kinda. They know. Well, they know of each other, and they've met a few times. Like Nikki's dropped off food for us and liquor and stuff, and
So it's mind blowing. I can't.
and
This is like the idea of like it's like quantum physics to me. I can't wrap my head around it.
yeah, it's easier just not to think too much. Into it.
How are they not fighting? You see, it just baffles me.
No, I'm not baffled. It's just like,
No, me, I'm baffled.
oh yeah, you're baffled. You're baffled. I'm just like, it's just easy not to be a dick to everybody you know.
No, that's not true. And then like, then like in my scenario, shutting my door. Oh, good. I can talk shit now. Like, I think she'd cut my wiener off.
Well, yeah, if you did it against her like will, like if she wasn't willing to let you do that kind of thing.
That's true, but there's never a willing, so it blows my mind.
Yeah.
I guess you're just better than me.
Well, maybe it's just because you don't have enough dick to overwhelm one woman.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna admit. I'm not gonna front like yeah, I do. No, I don't. Nah. Shocking. I liked. I hope that was awkward for you.
Oh no, it wasn't. I get those questions all the time. You should have seen me. You should have seen me on fucking Christmas. When I had to be, well, because like I went to my family's house. I went to my mom's house. My grandma, my mom's side's house alone, and that whole side of the family was there. And seeing that I was alone gave them the opportunity to like drill me with questions. So I just gave them what they wanted to hear. It was just me being an asshole and this and that. No, I was gonna tell them all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I don't care, blah blah. Fuck their feelings. I'm in the embodiment of masculinity and fucking the patriarch, man. And they're over there eating it up like, oh, he's such an asshole. I'm like, yeah, but that's not how it really is.
Now you've got me looking at Reddit, dude.
Why?
Just because you were on it.
Are you over here like somewhere hidden in the codex of Reddit is this secret to having a girlfriend? Don't work that way, bud.
God damn it! I'm like, I gotta figure this guy out. I gotta get in on this. No, I'm too tired, dude. I don't know how you do it. I'm too fucking tired already.
It's just easier not to think about it, dude. I'm too complex of a person to understand.
Dude, you're too deep and mysterious.
No, I'm just too weird.
Let's see. Before we go, let's check the email.
All right.
We ain't got shit, so that means that they love hearing about D&D.
Yes.
Which is probably true.
So we'll continue doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, I won't hold back now.
Good.
Because I said that no comment was tacit agreement that I was allowed to do it.
Yep. You did. You specifically said that, and nobody chimed in and corrected you.
Yeah. Oh, I read that thing and tell me what you think of it.
What thing?
Oh, I sent you the synopsis to my world.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll read that. Not right now, but
well, no, not right now, but whenever you want.
Back to you, yeah.
All right, man, you ready? Let's get out of here.
All right, email us at mikeandmaverick@protonmail.com. Send us your comments, concerns, death threats, hate mail. Tell me you want to. Oh, update. Pretty boned up right now.
So it has begun.
Yep.
All right. I wish you a blessed evening.
Yeah. We're babysitting tonight, so.
Oh.
All
right. Well, go out to the Jack Shack and have a good time.
I probably will do that.
All right. Late.